Be a dreamer. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Nandini and I were so excited when we were invited to the United States Services Club in Delhi to witness a historical event on a giant screen. Barack Obama was to be sworn in as the 44th President of the United States. A dream comes true, not just for millions of Americans, but also millions across the globe. Nandini said in excitement. History was created in the moment that Barack Obama took the oath with his hand placed on the Bibles used by Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The next day, Devang asked us about the inauguration. I told him that Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had dreamt about this. Dad, what did the inauguration have to do with Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? I took this as an opportunity to tell our son how they had laid the foundation for this dream. There perhaps could not have been a better opportunity to share the power of a dream that connected Abraham Lincoln, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Barack Obama. A dream so powerful that it changed the lives of millions of people. Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin with dirt floors. While growing up in the frontier, he received less than 12 months of formal school education. But he was determined to become a legislator. 3 years after his first unsuccessful attempt, he became a legislator, serving for 4 terms. He then set his sights on becoming a senator. This time, his first and second attempts were unsuccessful. However, he became a national figure with his spirited campaign and famous speech in which he said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently, half slave and half free. I do not expect the union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided," said by Lincoln in 1858. Lincoln did not give up. He had a dream, and nothing was going to stop him. In 1861, he was elected as the 16th President of the United States. Faced with major challenges, he displayed exemplary statesmanship and kept the Union together. In January 1863, he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed 3 million of the 4 million slaves and paved the way for the emancipation of all slaves. By July 1865, only months after Lincoln's assassination, nearly all 4 million slaves had become free. The 13th Amendment was adopted on 6 December 1865 and declared, "Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Written in the 13th Amendment, 1865. 110 years after Lincoln's birth, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born into a family of pastors. King completed his doctorate from Boston University and became a pastor in Montgomery, Alabama, when Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her bus seat to a white man. King spearheaded the civil rights movement. He began organizing protests by African Americans and fearlessly led the peaceful protests, even as the white population resisted desegregation and resorted to violence. Despite extreme provocation, King adhered to the principles of nonviolence under the strong influence of Mahatma Gandhi's successful non-violent campaign against the British Empire. His house was bombed. He was assaulted 4 times, arrested more than 20 times, and suffered racial abuse on numerous occasions. But he shouldered on undeterred. King's leadership brought the civil rights movement to the center stage in American politics. In 1963, King led more than 250,000 supporters to Washington, D.C. Through his powerful speech, King created what many regard as the defining moment in the civil rights movement. He deviated from the written text when Mahalia Jackson shouted, "Tell them about the dream, Martin," and said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today," said by King in 1964. The Civil Rights Act was signed into law in 1964. As the leader of the civil rights movement, King traveled more than 6 million miles, delivered more than 2,500 speeches, and wrote 5 books. What if Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had not had a dream? The world would not have seen such fine leaders, and slavery in the US may not have been abolished when it was. The world as we know it today would have been different. 100 years after Lincoln took the presidential oath, Barack Obama was born in Hawaii. After graduating from Harvard Law School magna cum laude, he started practicing as a civil rights lawyer. He served for a while as Illinois State Senator and in 2004 became a U.S. Senator. On 4th November 2008, Barack Obama made history by winning the presidential election. A colleague of Dr. King's, Reverend Joseph Lowery, said in an interview on the occasion of the inauguration that Obama epitomizes what Martin Luther King stood for. Sullivan, 2013. Beverly Robertson, president of the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, commented, "Dr. King talked about his dream, but Barack represents the manifestation of that dream. Facing the Lincoln Memorial, Barack Obama took the oath of office for the second time in 2013 on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the year that marked 150 years of the Emancipation Proclamation and 50 years of Dr. King's March on Washington. What was symbolic was that he placed his hand on two Bibles, one owned by Abraham Lincoln and the other by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his two heroes. Associated Press, 2013. Lincoln, King, and Obama had the courage to visualize a dream that most people believed would never turn into reality. It did. No dream is too big. Try to remember that. I told Devang as our discussion drew to a close. Unlike many adults, children like to dream. When adults see their dreams unfulfilled, they lose enthusiasm. Children are different. I often see parents, teachers, and relatives inadvertently crushing dreams by telling their children their ideas are not feasible or warning them to be cautious and practical. I like to recount Monty Roberts' story to them when I witnessed such instances. Monty Roberts grew up moving from one farm to another as his father was a horse trainer. In senior school, he was asked to write a paper on what he would like to do in life. He wrote about his dream to own a horse ranch and included a drawing of a 4,000 square feet house in the middle of a 200-acre ranch. When he received the graded paper, he was shocked to see an F. The teacher asked Monty to see him after class. The teacher explained that his goal was unrealistic, given the financial status of his family, and suggested that Roberts resubmit his paper. Roberts told the teacher, "You can keep your F and I will keep my dream." Years later, the teacher took 30 kids to spend a week at a horse ranch. The ranch belonged to Roberts, and he had hung his framed school paper over the fireplace. As the teacher was leaving the ranch, he went over to Roberts and told him that he had seen a dream stealer. He was happy that Roberts had not given up on his dream. Miller, 2011. At the Delhi launch of his autobiography, Playing It My Way, Sachin Tendulkar spoke about the importance of dreams. He said, "Dreams are really important. Many times we work hard and stop short of a last bit of effort. We need to realize our dream." When I saw India lift the World Cup in 1983, my dream to win the World Cup was born. It took 28 years to see my dream come true. Every child should have a dream. Often when I interact with families in my clinic, parents make comments such as, "My child is a dreamer. She doesn't understand that to be successful you have to plan and study hard. Dreams cannot take you far." Dreams, dreams and dreams. That's all I can get from my son. My daughter doesn't understand the harsh realities of life. Life is not about dreams. In India, parents tend to drive home the importance of success in discussions with children at a rather young age. All of us would agree that dreams alone cannot guarantee success. However, everyone needs a dream to motivate, a dream to excite, a dream to visualize success, a dream to experience the thrill of achievement, and a dream to live by. We should ask our children about their dreams. We should take them to see monuments that stand testament to someone's dream becoming a reality. The Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, the Sydney Opera House, the Taj Mahal, among many others, stand today because someone dreamt about them. Every invention was born out of a dream. The light bulb, the DVD, the computer, the cell phone, the list is endless. We need to tell our children that the inventions they are so dependent on are the result of someone's dream. Every museum has examples of dreams coming true. When children see what dreams can achieve, they start believing in theirs. Belief, as we know, is power. The next time our children talk about their dreams, we should let them. In fact, we should encourage them. Their dreams might just change the world. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach far from the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman.